I mean, the most obvious reason is that we're just, all super cool. Hello, I'm Brother Francisco Whitaker, and this is All Good in the Brotherhood. I am a Benedictine monk, and I've been asked by many people, and maybe you yourself are wondering, what are some reasons to become a monk? And potentially you're discerning your religious vocation, and you've wondered, well, why might one become a Benedictine monk? Well, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you might want to be a monk. First and foremost is prayer. Prayer really should be the core of every vocation, but in a special way, it is the center of a monastic vocation, because our whole day is structured around prayer. Our work is guided by our prayer. Our meals are guided by our prayer. Our interactions with each other are guided by prayer. Prayer is the central binding force of our community. And not just our communal prayer, which is beautiful and wonderful, but also that the atmosphere of the monastery invites one to dive deeply into personal prayer, whether it's through Lectio Divina, journaling, silent, meditative, contemplative prayer. The atmosphere of the monastery lends itself to being one that is interior. So prayer is just fundamentally the greatest reason to become a monk, because to be a monk is to be a man of prayer. Number 2 is community, fraternity. So I am surrounded here not just by men, but by brothers. We call each other brothers because that's what we are truly meant to be. Brothers in Christ and brothers together as one. Community, the word, really means to be with union of others. So I'm in a special relationship with these men because we're pursuing Christ together. And that pursuit of Christ unites us in a special way so that we take care of one another. When we are struggling with something, we have brothers to support us. When we need extra prayers, when someone we know is hurt or in need, we can put up a prayer request and other monks will support and pray for them. When I am struggling with something, a monk is always there if I need him. Ultimately, we go to Christ first because prayer is number 1, but he gives us a human experience, a human support through this community. And we are meant as humans to be in community. The first thing God said that it is not good in Genesis is it is not good for man to be alone. Here, as a Benedictine, we are not alone because we have the support, the prayer, the love of brothers. Number 3 is spiritual support. So not just in community, but there's just an extra sense of desiring to take care of one another's souls here. That I am here not just because that in the monastery, this is where I am meant most to be fulfilled by God, that this is my vocation, that this is where he needs me to be, but I am also here for the support of others. My vocation is not about me. What God calls you to is not about you. It's about how you are meant to build the kingdom most. And in a monastery, we're building up each other. And because we come in community and in prayer together, that fosters a spiritual support for one another. So that even if I don't always know what's going on, or even if I don't even know what needs my brothers have, I can always support them through prayer. And I am always continually supported by their prayers. And this spiritual support also can come through the witness and the wisdom of our older community members, our spiritual directors, the ones with wisdom and perseverance who can guide the younger monks when, maybe we're struggling with losing some zeal, or we're just really frustrated with how things are going, or potentially we just feel dry at times. We can feel supported. But we, in turn, as younger monks, can support the older, reminding them that, yes, they still have a purpose, even if maybe they feel like they don't, reminding them that they're still desired in their company, and that their witness continues to be something that they can give to others. Even if they can't give in the same way they did, they can always give through a witness. Number 4 is accountability. Because we have this spiritual support built in, because we're a community and a fraternity, brothers are meant to correct one another. If you have a brother or a sister that you love, you don't just let them do their own thing. You don't just let them lie in their sin or lie in their mistakes. You reach out to them and remind them of what they're accountable for. What it means to be a follower of Christ is one who is always pursuing him. So if there are times where maybe monks aren't doing all that they're meant to be doing, or maybe we slack off a little bit, our brothers are there to keep us accountable. And because of the relationships fostered in community, these accountabilities are not condemning, but invitations. Jesus sends out his disciples 2 by 2, because not only is mission best achieved in the community, but those who are sent out can remind each other of the mission, keep each other accountable for the mission. So the mission of St. Vincent, the mission of any monastery, is supported best when monks keep each other accountable. And that is something we find here. And finally, number 5 is stability and order. The special, unique vow of stability is such a profound reason why one should become a monk. Because other religious orders don't have it as profound and deep as we do, this sense of belonging to a place, belonging to a group, belonging to a mission, belonging to a love that monks, Benedictine monks, are able to have. And this stability orders our life in such a special way. I don't have to wonder what tomorrow's going to look like. I know. And that knowledge of the order that's going to be put into my life, not that I created it, but it was created for me, means that I can rest easy about certain anxieties of life that might otherwise come up, and instead rely on God. This stability of place allows me to have stability of heart in the Father, who himself brought me into this community so that I might live in prayer through the spiritual support and accountability of others to truly be the man that God calls me to be. So if God's calling you to a vocation, maybe those are some reasons for you to consider being a Benedictine. Consider coming here to St. Vincent. Or maybe you know someone who's considering a vocation. Send them this video. Thank you for joining me. I'm Brother Francisco Whitaker. This is All Good in the Brotherhood. Have a wonderful day. God bless.